just basking in the stillness for a moment. And feel that expanded interiority. Just notice our inner body to start with. This amazing body that's been evolving for hundreds of thousands, millions of years. It has its own intelligence, its own resilience, a gift from our ancestors who have been through war, through famine, through climate change and plague, through horrific happenings. All of that resilience is in our body, this amazing body. The average body has 37.2 trillion cells, and each cell contains 100 trillion atoms, and each atom has a neutron, a proton, and an electron field that creates light. Our body is designed to make light. And just feel that sense that every cell right now in this relaxed state is creating light. And see if you can feel the warmth of the light and the fire in the heart as we just explore our inner body, noticing any tension, any movement, any pain, or perhaps any numbness, parts we can't feel. All part of the body's intelligence. In order to make peace, we need to be in our bodies. And through trauma and through war and through our nervous system protecting us, many of us have shut down our awareness of our body and the body's intelligence. And to make peace, we need to be in our bodies. So just notice that you're in a body. And let your breath explore, where is the energy, where's the movement in your body? And where is there a lack of movement? Because energy is movement. We're always in a dance with stillness and movement. And as we become more aware, more focused in with our interiority, we shift our attention to our emotions. What emotions are present for you right now? Not earlier today or later tomorrow, but right in this moment. The more precise we can be in our presence, the more power we have to create peace. And emotions are the fabric of relationship. An authentic relationship happens through emotions. And so many of us, for many reasons, have numbed ourselves. Our nervous system had to protect ourselves through difficult times, or our ancestors had to numb themselves for some of the overwhelming horrors that they had to be with. And so we honor that And we honor our nervous system, the intelligence of the body. And yet we allow ourselves to feel the fragrance, the sense of what emotion am I feeling? Love, anger, fear, grief, sadness, joy, compassion, shame, guilt. There's no good or bad emotions. They are what connects us with each other. The more authentic and real we can be, the more connected we get. And then we shift our attention to the mind. Is our mind at peace? Or is it grasping in fear or strategizing? Or trying to be somewhere else other than where it is? Trying to get to some place. To make peace, we need to be at peace in our mind. We need to attend to the critic, to the negativity. Not to try to change what's so, because that's the way it is, but to become aware of the thoughts. The thoughts go into words, and words shape the world. And so bringing more awareness, more attention, and just noticing what's below those words. Often it's fear or deep rivers of sadness or grief. And so we honor that. That's part of what will allow us to make peace. We make peace with ourselves. And feel that, oh, my nervous system, my emotions, my mind, my body, are they congruent? Are they in sync? They constitute the resonance body I have for receiving life moving through me. And so we just feel into that. And then we notice that the exterior world, when we're more in our body, the skin encapsulated ego is thinner, and we have more sensitivity to the world around us. Just see if you can feel the walls around you, the ceiling. Notice that you actually have a sensitivity that goes way beyond your body. Perhaps it goes out into the neighborhood, to the trees and plants and neighbors, family, out into the community. Notice how our awareness can just flow out into the community, into the state or province or country, and bring awareness to how connected and how interdependent we are. We're not isolated. We're not alone. We're part of a huge system, part of nature. And as we feel into that, those 37.2 trillion cells, just feeling into that. And each of those cells with 100 trillion atoms, and each atom is working the nucleus, the proton, and the electron orbit, producing light. And see if you can just imagine every cell in your body right now lightening up. And all of that coming from the pulse of the heart as the heartbeat beats, the light gets brighter. And then feel that light connecting. Claudia, could you mute everyone, please? Thank you. Sorry to interrupt there. Notice that it was bring us back to that place where we're in the body. And there's a lot going on there. And all of that movement is energy. And all that energy is producing light. And all that light is flowing out of you. And imagine that that's connecting with each and every single person on this call. And that there's this huge bright light that is wrapping around the world right now. And feel the pulse of the heart and the pulse of the light. And imagine that it's going into all the people. And that's the light of peace. That's the light of connection. That's the light of interdependent, co-arising life coming through us and living through us. And let's just sit for a moment and set an intention. Coming from the place that war is obsolete. It is no longer a viable alternative. So the intention to not have war and separation and anger and hatred and othering in our own lives, to be a vessel of light and love and connection. That each time we meet someone, that we stay in our body and be with them and be a light in their life. And that's how we feed the field of consciousness. Slowing down, feeling that sense of being connected to life itself, that life wants to live, and life wants to live through us. And it lives in the dance between the stillness and the movement, which creates the light. So each of us now, we have a collective intention, which is peace. We're not against anything, we're for peace. So just hold that intention. How, if you're standing in the attention of being peace, how does that affect your life? How you live your life? Perhaps the things you eat, the actions you take, bringing awareness to the fact that everything is connected to everything else. The clothes we wear, the things we buy, where we spend our energy. Each of these things is essential to being peace. And it's not like getting somewhere. It's a place to come from. When you notice you're not being peace in your life, when you're having a fight or an argument with your partner or with someone in your family, how can I be peace in that interaction? When I want to blame someone, can I stand in their shoes, look at their lineage, their ancestors, understand how they could do the things they do, and have compassion? We must have compassion for the victims and the perpetrators. Can we open our heart and shine our light bright enough for that? Can we live in a state of gratitude rather than scarcity? So I'm just going to take a minute or two to just sit in stillness, taking the intention and just dropping it like you dropped a pebble in the water, and feel the ripples in your own life of being peace. And just breathing into that. In South America, in the Quechua language, there's a word called Aini. Aini means sacred reciprocity. We've been given so much by life, by nature, so much abundance. What's our relationship to Aini? What are we giving back to life? I just want to bring that question as a question to live into, not to answer, but to ask ourselves that question. What am I giving back to the life I've been given? Sacred reciprocity.